All right, today we got something pretty cool. Adam Kelly's here with the death trap. Hey, Adam, what was the last thing you won?
Last thing I won? Probably Florida.
At Florida.
Yep.
And then you hit the wall in
Bristol. Destroyed the front end.
Do it, get down.
Destroyed the front end in Bristol. Yeah, that was fun time. So we're missing some vinyl, but
yeah, missing a little bit of vinyl. So Adam's done a little bit of updates, and actually the hitting the wall at Bristol knocked the oil pump off of it basically, and didn't know it, and so it destroyed stuff. So he's gone through the motor and he's changed some injection stuff, different set of injectors. So we're gonna go through, just rebase tune this thing, get everything all set up, make sure everything's all good, and add a oil pressure kill.
Yeah, we might need that.
So it just shuts it off or does something. And so we're gonna get that all set up. So they're getting ready and putting it on a hub dyno, and we'll show you all the stuff from there. What are you doing in there?
Even pose for pictures.
You going for a ride? Dog's going for a ride. Has no fear. Tune-up looks pretty good right where it's at, actually. So cleaned up and properly set up the injector driver for that new injector, the billet atomizer that's in there, and then got that all set up. And actually that base tune from before was actually pretty darn close. So we're gonna set in a little more fuel in the tip end right here. It was throwing a bunch of fuel, but that's right where you're whacking the throttle. So obviously these things have no progressiveness to them. So I mean, it's just when you open that throttle blade, there's a lot of air going in. So you have to have a lot of tip in fuel into it to keep it nice. And it's still good because it doesn't have any stumble or anything, but the O2s are actually catching it. So I'd like it to catch it less, and so it has less correction right there. So everything's actually looking pretty good. EGTs are all looking good. It's got one little noisy spark plug or spark plug wire up on number 1, and you see that jerking around on the EGT where it bounces. It's impossible for it to bounce that quickly, so it's obviously has a noise issue, and they're just not that fast responding. So other than that, it looks pretty good. So I think we're gonna come right back into it, make another hit. All right, so we're having problems with there's so much noise in the engine as far as radio noise that it keeps shutting the computer off. It doesn't shut the dyno off on the control, so it's got to be in the and the data acquisition side of it. So we're gonna try putting exhaust on it, and we're also, it always comes from ignition related stuff. So I'm gonna check, see if I have a set of different spark plug wires for it. We have a 500 ohm resistance wire, which a lot of times helps on the engine dyno a lot. The best help is spark plugs, but very hard to get a resistor spark plug for that engine that fits. So processing this out, thinking out loud.
Must be a one spot. We have 4 and 7. Oh, he's in his spot.
So we're pulling the plug. Everything, data log looks good, motor looks good, everything's running fine. We cannot get this thing to collect data without shutting off the computer. We have the engine grounded to an earth rod. So the earth rod driven into the ground, grounded to there, wrapped everything in tin foil. The only thing, I'm not wearing a tinfoil hat, and Adam's not wearing a tinfoil hat, so I guess that's about the only thing we could end up doing here. But I mean, we can't even get it to start up right now. We put this monitor any which way we can. So unfortunately, and we had the trouble with it the first time we dynoed it too. But we had found like a magic spot, and it worked. It worked, and now we cannot find the magic spot any longer. So
it's just a number.
Just numbers.
We're here for a tune.
We're here for the tune. So I think everything's good there. So it's probably just time to pull it out of here, do a crazy burnout, and put it in the trailer.
I put brand new tires on.
Oh, brand new tires just for it. How about that? All right, we're gonna try it one more time. We're gonna put everything over there, and maybe my blazer will absorb the radio frequencies bouncing off the moon, making the thing wig out, whatever it's doing. I don't know. But we're gonna give it one more try.
On startup.
The death trap. It definitely kills my computer. Obviously, it doesn't matter where it's at. I understand some things are noisier than others, but gonna find a solution for that whole deal for sure. And I have it on other issues and other similar problems to that with other cars, but this one is particularly noisy. I'm not sure if it's because of the belt. I'm thinking there might be something with the belt, but anyways, sorry, man.
We'll make noise in the parking lot.
Yep. Alrighty, there you have it. Adam Kelly and the Death Trap. Make sure you go to their Instagram, make sure you go to YouTube and subscribe for those guys. Super cool. Root them on for the Cleetus and Cars. They're going down there next week.